Hello all and welcome to Duplicate Success International Monday Night Webinar. Today is Monday, December 11th. My name is Randy Crebs, Gold Director from Salt Lake City, Utah. I have the distinct honor of introducing the host of tonight's webinar. He is a very well-respected business leader and mentor in this industry. You'll definitely want to have your pen and paper out, sitting up, paying attention, and taking notes as you learn how this industry expert continues to build his business successfully. He has achieved the rank of Emerald Director within our company. He is the co-founder of Duplicate Success International. He is an amazing leader, mentor, and most importantly, I'm very proud to call him my son. Jared, are you on the line?
I am, Dad. Thank you so much for the great introduction. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Welcome everybody to the webinar. I'm super excited about the training that we have. I want to welcome especially our people that are on here for the very first time. Welcome everyone. And let's get started. So before we get into the training, I just want to remind you of our team DMO. This is Daily Method of Operation. And if you do these three things consistently, you will see success. You will make money. You will change people's lives. You will have more fun. And it's a simple system to follow. It's the 2-2-2. Getting 2 new presentation videos out every day, following up with 2 prospects that are on the fence, and 2 calls to existing clients or team members. And then the second thing to do every day is 15 minutes or more of personal development. That's listening to audios, reading books, or being on webinars like this one. And then the third thing is to do 1 event per week. That's a home mixer or a local event. But doing something every week in your community builds your local team and creates a culture. It creates retention. It's very important. So those are the 3 things to do in your daily method of operation. And there's 10 things to expect as you build your business. Number 1, there's going to be ups and downs. Number 2, success or failure is up to you. If you succeed, it's because of you. If you fail, it's because of you. It's not because of your upline in any way. Number 3, the goal is for you to become independent of your upline, for you to be that leader. Number 4, plan, do, and review. You got to plan your work your plan, and then review it. And that's something that you get better and better at. That's how you improve. Number 5 is you got to just know that this is going to take time. It's going to take at least a year to become competent, where you're doing all the skills that's required very well. It's going to take 3 years to create a significant part-time income. And I said part-time there, not full-time. It's going to take 5 years to become a significant earner. Okay, and it's going to take 7 years to become world-class. So please keep these things in mind. You know, we're in a culture that wants immediate gratification, and that's just not the case in business. You know, this is a long-term game. Number 6, it takes consistent work and hustle. It is what it is, solving those problems. Number 7, you're going to have to grow and get outside of your comfort zone, especially doing things you're not used to doing, like doing technology, doing Facebook Lives, changing, evolving. Number 8, you're going to have to improve your skills. The skills you have give you the income you have. So if you want better income, you have to have better skills, continually improving. Number 9 is focus, and number 10 is mental toughness. So you're going to need to have these things, expect these things as you build your business. So let's give some recognition to the following people who have enrolled new clients and associates in this past week. Let's welcome the new clients. Ashael Sirin, a new client introduced by Christian Glad. Way to go, Christian. Very, very proud of you, sir. And welcome, Ashael. Welcome, Mike Moses, new client introduced by Renee and Megan Martinez. Welcome, Mike, and great job, Renee and Megan. Also, special announcements. We still have our USANA sales going on through this Friday the 15th. That's the Be Healthy and Maintain pack is 20% off. So it's a chance for your clients to lose weight and then maintain their weight once they get where they want. It's $300. We also have the Transform pack for $378. That means they would lose 5 pounds on the reset, then they'd get the shakes and be able to continue to lose 10 pounds later on in that month, plus a month of the vitamins and the probiotics. Also, it's buy 2, get 1 free on the Rev 3 stick packs. It's a great deal. It's my favorite. I have those every day. And then buy 2, get 1 free on the digestive enzymes, which are amazing, especially because I just had pizza. So the digestive enzymes definitely help with digestion. You feel better. And that's what's going on with the digestive enzyme. Buy 2, get 1 free. Great deal. Um, the immunity pack, that is the coolest pack, I think, of the specials that are going on. We have gives you the proflavanol, the booster C, and the probiotics for $83. That's 20% off. So this is a definitely, if you love these products, or if you want to introduce someone who wants to boost their immune system, that's the pack to do it with. Also, they have the pomegranate lip balm on sale. This is usually only available once a year at International Convention, and it's available right now on your shopping cart. There's also a future leader contest by the company that's going on, and the prize is free registration for two to the national celebration in California or New York, invitation to a leadership seminar at the national celebration, and reserved seating and special recognition, and free USANA gear and free registration to another event close to your home. It goes for the 12 weeks listed there from November 4th through January 26th. All you have to do is personally sponsor 2 associates during the 12 weeks. And then if you are a builder or below, you must rank advanced to achiever, which means you have to earn a $400 check and then average $100 a week. And then you see if you're existing achiever, existing director, existing bronze, existing silver, there's certain things for you based on where you're at to qualify. Last year we had Renee and Megan Martinez win this, and they got huge recognition on the national stage. Big congratulations to you, Renee and Megan. Also, the 90-day bonus has come to an end because it ended on November 17th, but the following people have qualified. Congratulations, Christina Ferris from San Antonio, Texas. Congratulations, Patty Waltman from Pleasanton, Texas. Congratulations, Cesar Passain from Puyallup, Washington. Congratulations, Clayton Hell from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Congratulations, Crystal Meyer from Poteet, Texas. Congratulations, Jody Siegmiller from Salt Lake City, Utah. All right, and then we have our team contest going on, and the team contest this is just our team, and it's called Challenge You to DMO. And right now, after four weeks, we have Denise Garcia in first place, Sally Passain and Phyllis Walker tied for second place, Jared Harris, Lillian Galdiano, Mike Baez. I'm sorry, Jared Harris and Lillian are tied for third. Mike Baez, Carlos Gomez, Adriana Perez, Ralph Baez for fourth. Cesar Passain, Clayton Hale for fifth and sixth. Honestly, guys, this is anyone's game to win. Even Cesar and Clayton, once you guys make your video of your 26-week binder, you'll pop up right into contention as well. There's 6 weeks left, and what are the prizes? Well, here's what the prizes are. First place is going to get $200 cash. Second place gets $125 cash, and third place is $75 cash. But wait, there's more. If you're going to the event and you take first place, then you're going to get Ice Cold Rev 3 and lunch paid for both days. If you go to the event and you take second place, you're getting lunch paid for on Friday, and Ice Cold Rev 3 is the entire event. And third place is just Ice Cold Rev 3 is the entire event, but that is awesome. So I want to encourage you to get to place. If you're not playing, please contact me or your USANA mentor, and they can get you all the information. You get points based on how many people you sign up, based on doing your weekly action plan and doing the behaviors that is required to be successful in your business. But wait, there's even more. For the top 9 people, this is going to hit a little stall. Hold on. Okay, so for the top 9 people, you're going to receive coaching from one of these Star Diamond directors. Literally, people who've made millions and millions of dollars with USANA, you're going to have a 30-minute coaching session with one of these top people. So again, it's phenomenal. And I want to give a big shout out to Jody Siegmiller for starting out this week and starting to play in the contest. Congratulations, Jody. I'm super proud of you. We also had a perfect DMO week incentive. I'm not sure who actually got that. I'm going to have to go back and look. So we'll give recognition on that next week. But it was a 5-point incentive December 2nd through the 8th. Are you up for the challenge? So that's what's going on with our team. On Wednesday, we have Rachel Homer, who's a silver director and a stay-at-home mom. She's going to be sharing her USANA story on our Wednesday call that's at noon, so be ready for that. And then when you enroll new clients, make sure you add them to the USANA clients page private Facebook group. And having a little stall there. Okay, there we go. And then when you enroll an associate, make sure you add them to the Facebook group here. Please comment. You guys have been doing phenomenal doing comments. Remember, we have the Dr. Ladd VIP program for those of you who want to have access to a doctor for only $199 a year. And if you see the coupon code there at the bottom, your Team DSI coupon code could give you $130 for the year. And you can ask Dr. Ladd any type of question you want on Facebook, and he answers you personally. So that's the best. So now we're going to take a 5-second pause for editing purposes. And then we're going to come back with an awesome training. I think we're actually going to open up with Phyllis sharing what her session was like with Leanne Jacobs, because Denise is texting me she's going to be a couple minutes late. So let's go to Phyllis Walker. All right, so Phyllis, could you unmute yourself? And let me know when you're unmuted.
I'm unmuted.
Okay, fantastic. So we're going to start in 5 seconds here. Hello and welcome to today's training. My name is Jared Crebs. And, oh, shoot. Sorry, Phyllis. We're having technical difficulties. We'll
that's
start
okay.
over. Give me just another second here. You guys are in for a great training. It's going to start off with Phyllis Walker. Okay, there we go. In 5, 4, 3. Hello, my name is Jared Crebs. I'm pictured here with my wife, Crystal. We're Emerald Directors, co-founders of Team DSI. And tonight's webinar training is featuring Phyllis Walker and everything she learned from Executive One-Star Diamond Leanne Jacobs. Phyllis, first of all, I want to acknowledge you for taking 3rd place in our contest. That was a nationwide contest in the first quarter, or yeah, it was the 3rd quarter of the year. And I'm really proud of you that you've stepped up your game, that you're enrolling associates, you're doing your weekly action plan, you know your volumes, you're going to major events. You're doing the action component of building your business, and that has made you achieve some great things within our team and within your business within this year of 2017. I'm super proud of you. You qualified for a coaching with Leanne Jacobs, who's an executive one-star diamond in USANA, a multi-million-dollar earner, and we want to know, what did you learn? What was it like? I am so happy that you got to do this. I really admire Leanne myself, and I've never had 30 minutes with her on a call. So go ahead and tell us, Phyllis, what were your highlights? What did you learn? What was it like?
Thank you, Jared, for that nice introduction. Leanne Jacobs was wonderful. She was so kind and sweet. Took 40 minutes with me and answered all the questions I had. She said in prospecting, she likes to partner with people in the wellness industry, and then they can focus on other customers. But she's familiar with the wellness industry, and she likes to pick those kind of people. And then she likes to get team members that do different than she does, her strengths, and that works for her. Yeah, because then it's diversified. And as far as retaining, she tells people to take the products as directed for at least 3 months. One isn't enough for cellular health. Retention falls off if they're not in the business, she seems to notice.
You mean if they're not on the products?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Retention on the products. And some people she will contact just a few times a year, like the people that like to be on reset, or if there's a challenge coming up. She keeps in contact with them by newsletter or text, so she doesn't just let them go by the way. And she talks to them about either being healthy, or if they want to be in a study or a reset group challenge. And if they didn't want to order now, she asks them, do you know someone who would be interested? Like you do that, Jared. she has a system with prospects, and she works with the individuals herself. The first thing she trains them to do is to prospect, and what is their goal in being in USANA. For instance, if she has a nurse under her, she says she already knows that they can speak to people, so she gets them to invite. But mostly she lets them be on their own for the first week. So she doesn't give them a script. She doesn't tell them what to do. It may not be their thing and could confuse them. But if they're a natural, it's better to let them do their own thing rather than inundate them with more information than they need.
Interesting. Okay. So she lets them run free on their first week.
Right. And after a week, if there's nothing or no volume, she steps in and guides them. And she'll ask them, in talking with people, what did these subjects come up? Health, time, taxes, work, and tells them to start recognizing those topics because they do come up every day.
Mm-hmm.
And she said to get good at asking questions. And she doesn't bring up USANA right away. She waits for the need, then says, I might have something for you. On the first week, Michael Cajeos and Jordan Kemper took off and did it first thing right off the bat. If she'd stepped in and helped them, that might have gone differently. And instead, they just were naturals. Another lady sold 2 resets in the first week without her help. So it's better for her not to interfere and let them do their own thing. And then if not, she steps in.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought so too. I'd never heard anybody say that. She gets a new prospect or customer's cell phone number and their email. She checks them out on Facebook. She adds them to Facebook or Instagram. And she kind of has convinced me I need to be on Instagram too. And I'll tell you why in a minute. On the social media, she said she adds people to it. She can send people a message very easily on social media rather than trying to email them.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram is good database for young people. Facebook is for 30-plus-year-olds. And with Facebook, she says, has its challenges, as we learned at GoPro. Mm-hmm. Only the people you know see your posts, and you do not touch new eyes. And if you do post, don't put the link in the post, put it in the comments, which we found out at GoPro as well. And the reason is, sorry?
No, that's right.
The reason is Facebook wants you to be on all day, but links take people away from Facebook, so they don't like that. And people that you don't know can't find you on Facebook. Let's see. Yeah. And for new leads, that's a great way to send messages through social media. And she still says you don't have to talk about USANA right away. So you're building that rapport.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as new associates, adding to your list, your prospect list, she says add every day. She's been in for 13 years and she still adds to the list. If your list gets low, go to an event. For instance, she likes books and authors, and she has certain authors she likes. She has an event on that author or a particular book, and then you have a room full of people.
Oh, interesting. So she has an event on an author or a book and gets people there, and she's not even talking about USANA.
Correct.
And then from there she prospects and makes connections and then leads into USANA.
Right, but not right away.
I like that. Smart.
She gave me a list of ways to add to your list. She said business cafes, that's a good place. Workshops or events, online or Facebook or Instagram. someone moving in or out. She Googles places, and then she sees what kind of groups are there, hobbies, and she says, always have more leads than you need.
Ooh, awesome.
And the last thing is, if she asks for a referral, she says, I have an opening for 2 to 3 people who might like additional income. And by giving them a number for about 2 to 3 people, that gets them focused. And she's successful with that.
So you mean they ask, does the person say, well, what about me? I want to know how that's done. Is that what you mean?
No, if she's talking with a new person and they aren't interested, and she asks for a referral, then she says, I have an opening for 2 to 3 people who would like additional income. Do you know anybody?
Okay.
And giving them the number 2 to 3, that kind of makes it important. And then sorry.
Go ahead.
Then she ended by saying, keep in touch. I'll support you in any way. She was just wonderful.
Wow. That's exciting, Phyllis.
It is.
I really like what you said about letting people just do their own thing for the first week. That's interesting. I'd never heard that.
Yeah, and I guess Krista Rialba also was good right off the bat. So she's got 3 biggies right there under her.
Yeah, she does. Those are awesome people. I really also liked what she said about Instagram and getting more new people you don't know from Instagram, having an Instagram strategy. Really, really good stuff. Any closing words you want to say before we end this segment, Phyllis?
Just do the contests, because there are many benefits. Not only did I get money, but I got this wonderful training. That's
a really good point. That's enough reason to participate in the contest right there, to have a 30 or 40-minute session with one-star diamond Leanne Jacobs. Well, Phyllis, thank you again for leading by example, and congratulations on having this amazing time you had with Leanne, and look forward to having you continue to grow with us.
Thank you, Jared.
You are welcome. All right, so now we're going to actually, for editing purposes, because my dad knows how to splice these little segments, we're going to start this training. We're just going to change the slide around real fast. Great job, Phyllis. That was phenomenal. All right, we have Denise Garcia on the line. And Denise, can you unmute yourself?
I'm here.
Tell me if you're there. Okay, fantastic. All right, Denise. So I'm going to start off with an intro, and then we're going to bring you on, and we want to hear about how you made consistent weekly checks. And then after that, I'm going to actually go onto my screen and share the comp plan strategy. So let's do it.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Jared Crebs. I'm pictured here with my wife, Crystal. We're Emerald Directors, co-founders of Team DSI. And this training video is all about a compensation plan strategy on how you can make checks every week for 6 months in a row and beyond, because it's been done most recently by Denise Garcia, who is a phenomenal person out of Floresville, Texas. Denise was introduced to USANA by Don Morales, who was introduced by top silver directors Renee and Megan Martinez. And when Denise first saw USANA, she was a client and she tried the products. And when she got such great results, she decided to upgrade into being an associate. And that just started a whole wave of literally hundreds of clients getting results and getting support and getting a new lease on their health. And on their finances as well. And Denise has been such a great example. Denise, first of all, I want to congratulate you on making paychecks every week for the last 6 months in a row. Actually, it's almost 7 now. And I want to thank you for being a great example to the team. And I want to ask you some questions so that people can hear your mentality and some of the things that you have done to create that. And then we're going to share a specific compensation plan strategy. And then Denise, do you want to use your webcam or would you just want to talk through the audio? You there, Denise? Let's see if Denise...
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Would you like to use your webcam or just talk through the audio?
I'll just use the audio for today.
Okay, awesome. So Denise, thank you for being on, and tell us what is some advice you have for associates who are just starting out. I mean, there's a lot of new people on this call. Also people who've been in for a while that maybe in a rut or haven't made checks consistently. What's some advice that you have for them?
For me, I would suggest following your weekly action plan. Make your weekly action plan and set a goal, which is what I did, what I've been doing. I set a goal every week to talk to several people, my DMO, my 222. I try to get that done as best as I can. But even if I don't, I still make it a point to talk to new people.
Okay.
And this may be people you already know, but you really haven't talked to about it. I make it a point to do that. And it's working. For me, my goal in the very beginning was when I came into this, I didn't come in saying I want to make a ton of money and this is going to be my career path. I didn't come into it that way. I came into it because I was introduced to it first of all, but then I just loved the products. So I decided, because of all of my family and friends wanting to try them also, decided to do it. So when I did that, I said to myself, okay, I at least am going to, since I have to have a 200-point order and I'm going to be using the products along with my family, I want to at least try to get back what I put into it as far as finances go. And that's kind of been the segue to making consistent checks, because I know I'm spending money. And for me, knowing that, I want to make that back and then some. So that's just kind of motivation for me to talk to more people and to do more, to try and make my checks weekly.
Yeah, oh totally. And what's it been like? So your products have been paid for how many months now?
I'd say at least 5, if not more than that. If I had to really go back, I know the first month they were not, but I made a couple checks, so maybe half of it was. But then the following month, I was pretty close to making up the full amount. And since then, I at least cover that amount, if not a little bit more.
How does it feel to have free USANA every month?
It feels great. It feels great. I love receiving a check every week. I mean, that's what keeps me wanting to continue to make checks, is that I know that I have this streak going. And even when I feel like I don't have anybody that I can really earn a check with, I'll reach out to I have what I like to refer to as cash clients who in the beginning did not really want to use their credit cards or anything like that. That was in the very beginning, and I have very few of those. But I'll reach out to them every so often, and sometimes that's how I'll generate a check when I haven't spoken to a lot of people or I have no real leads. That's how I'll generate a check. But it's just kind of reaching out there. It's easier, obviously, if you're talking to people and you're getting the new clients. That's a lot easier. But when you don't, I know that I can at least reach out to my cash clients, and if they need something, if they're running low, then I'll go ahead and place an order for them.
Absolutely. So it sounds like you've built up a base of clients that like to just give you cash and
Right.
you order the products on your own and I guess deliver them to them, like maybe 5 or 10 people like that. But then you have a whole nother set of clients that actually have their own accounts, that use their own credit cards, things like that.
Right. The majority are, they have their account set up. But there's the select few who, and they're very skeptical about giving their card information or I don't even know the reason sometimes, but a lot of times that's usually the case. And I'm not going to push them, if they want to try the products and they're not ready to commit to giving their card information, that's fine with me. We can start it that way. Usually what I try to do is, I do have some cash clients who I actually, within the second or third order, they opened their own account.
Oh, okay. So then later on, after they decided they liked the product, they just opened their own account.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like that. Okay. Now, can we role play for a second? Let's pretend that I'm your friend and that, maybe you've chatted with me about church or chatted with me about the job or whatever. How would you approach me with USANA? Like what would you say to me? Can we role play?
Sure.
Okay. So how do you want to start it off?
Hey, Jared, how's it going? I noticed the other day you mentioned to me that you've been really tired lately. Just wanted to let you know that I've experienced that a lot in my past, and what helped me are these supplements that I've been taking. All about healthy lifestyle. It's all about natural, all natural products. And would you be interested in trying that? I can give you more information.
Sure. Yeah. Send me a link, or how do I learn about it?
I'll send it to you. I'll send you some information over Messenger. And once you watch, it's going to be a video. Once you watch it, call me and we can talk more about it. Or I'll follow up with you a day after if you don't contact me.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, great.
Oh, okay. So you kind of, I guess you noticed that I must have mentioned I was tired in the past.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then you just talked about healthy products, and you asked if I would be open to that.
That's exactly what I do sometimes. I mean, it's one of those things, and I can't remember who said it, but someone said it in one of our advanced leadership webinars, that stay tuned to other people and what they say, because and it's true, because 9 times out of 10, somebody is going to say, I'm either tired, or I haven't been feeling well, or my allergies are just all over the place, flaring up. And it's really true. And I don't want to come off as, on Facebook, you said, you had allergies, you were sick with allergies. So now I'm going to recommend. I don't like to come off like that. So we'll just start chatting. I may just, text them if I know them that well, or I may just send them a message through Messenger. Hey, how's it going? How's everything going? Great. Well, I know that you mentioned that you had been really tired lately. Well, I too experienced that, and I've been taking this new supplement that's really been helping me. I have lots more energy, and usually they're very apt to know more. They want to know more.
And you always end it with, would you be open to trying something like that?
Yeah. And I'll tell them all about it. I'll send them, the information. If it's weight loss, I'll tell them my weight loss story, and it's kind of just very informal. Very informal. I mean, that works better for me than anything else, because I'm coming off, and I truly feel this way. I mean to be this way. I'm trying to be, genuine. I want to be genuine, and I just want to be a friend, suggesting something that's helped me, and I know that will help you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love these tips. I'm going to start using them myself. I like some of these little alterations that you've said, such as, would you be open to trying something like that? I like that little ending. I like that you listen to them and then you bring it up and you share it in a message. So you do this, would you actually call them, or is this usually done like on Facebook Messenger mostly, or what?
I usually use Messenger. If I don't have their phone number, if I don't know them that well, to text them, then I'll send a message through Messenger.
Okay, so Messenger is your main. Yeah, Facebook Messenger, by the way, big tip. If you don't have Facebook Messenger, you need it. That is where all the business happens.
Yeah, and it does.
Especially
And
if you don't have people's phone numbers.
yeah, and sometimes, I mean, I can't say it's always worked. There's been I'd say 1 to 2 in the past, 8? It'll be a year that I've been involved with USANA in January. So in the past 8 to 9 months, I think I've had 1 to 2 people who not just, there will be some who really don't respond. And then later I'll see them somewhere and they'll ask me about it. And then I'll take that opportunity to really, start talking to them about it more. And usually that works. But like I said, there's been 1 to 2 people who, there was one, and I try to remember everything that I've learned from Jared or Renee or any of the others. I try to remember things when they say, don't get discouraged. You're going to hear no from time to time. And it's true. You will hear no. I try very hard not to get discouraged because, I'm human. And I do get discouraged. But I've had 1 to 2 people who recently I had one who I do know this person, which was odd to me. And I know that the door's not closed because I will talk to her again later in a nonchalant way. But, she kind of said, she kind of posted on Facebook, I've been getting a lot of junk on Messenger. I think it's time to clean up. So I took offense to that. But then at the same time, I said, I need to stop. I can't let that discourage me. That's one person, and she could be referring to many other things, not just me, 100%. Or not even me. So that would be my advice to people too. Don't get discouraged.
Ooh, I like that. Well, and thank you for sharing. I'm human too, and that you get discouraged sometimes, and you've heard no's, and you just made the decision really not to get discouraged. And that's a big, big thing that I'm really glad that you said that.
Yeah.
Tell us more about the weekly action plan and how specifically doing that weekly action plan form and the 222 DMO tracker has helped you to basically be organized and how has it impacted your business?
Well, it does just that. It keeps me organized. And, when you plan your week on Sunday night, you know what you have for the week. So and I have done this where I don't do it. There's been a few times where I don't do it for whatever reason, and I'm just completely lost the next day. I feel like, okay, what do I have going on? I know what I have for work. I know what I have with my kids or with my family, but what do I have with USANA? And I literally have to go back. It's just so much easier when you do your weekly action plan, when you do your DMO, because you know where you're at. You know who you need to talk to, who you need to follow up with, what auto orders are coming through that you need to kind of call them or text them and let them know what they have going on. It's a very, very good tool to keep you organized.
And how did the weekly action plan help you learn how the compensation plan works?
Well, I know that if I don't have anybody on my DMO, chances are I wasn't talking to anybody, and I'm not going to have a very successful week making a check.
Absolutely.
So that's helped me a lot because I know that I need to fill it up. I need to talk to at least 1 to 2 people a day. I probably should do no less than 2. But, like I said, I'm human and sometimes life gets in the way. But if you're not going to have a successful week at making a check. It's just, you need A to get to B, and if you don't have your A, it's going to be very hard for you to get to B. So that's helped me a lot.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I know that that's been a big tip to your success that I wanted everyone to hear. And lastly, to end our interview, before we go into the comp plan strategy, could you just tell the team a little bit about your life? I know you're a busy mom, you have a full-time job, you're a wife, and kind of also end it with that story of how you made your check last week, because that's a pretty good story.
Okay. Well, I am, like Jared said, I am a busy mom and wife. I have 3 kids ranging from 19 to 16. Very involved 16-year-old who thinks she has to do everything under the sun. So I stay busy with her. I work, I have a full-time job. Um, I run and administrate, or a gas plant, a gas treater facility in the oil field. So I run the office, just keeping everything, you know, the finances, projects, everything you can imagine, even down to buying the office supplies. Um, I stay pretty busy with that as well. Actually, right now, I'm just getting back from a Christmas concert. My daughter plays in the band. And literally, as we speak, I'm sitting in the car. We just got home. And it's busy. It's busy. But I know that this is something I wanted. I wanted to join USANA. I want to be successful with this. I made a commitment back in January of 2017 that I was going to do this. And in the beginning, like I said, I came in saying, I just want to, I've never sold anything before. I've never been a part of anything like this before. My mentality of, being successful is working every day somewhere and until you retire, and as long as that's done, I'm successful. But I wanted something else. And when I started doing this, I felt like as long as I make enough to cover my cost, I'm good. And I found myself maybe a couple months later feeling like, okay, now I know I can do it. What more can I do? Kind of like a game in a way. And now I feel like I have a somewhat successful business. I need to really try to make the best of it. So that's what keeps me on track. That's what keeps me every week making a check, because one, I know I'm spending money monthly on USANA products. I want to make my money back. Two, I know I want more. I want this to be a successful business 1, 2, 3, 10 years down the road, and I would like to see a lot more success in the future. So that's what keeps me going. Last week on Friday, I like I said, my job is very busy, and this is the time of year where everybody's having their company Christmas parties and everybody's going to these parties. Well, I actually had to plan it, and it wasn't for a lot. It was maybe 50 to 75 people, but I had to get everything in order. And I was so busy last week, I didn't even know if I was going to make a check. And even though I knew that my goal was to make a check every week and not ruin my streak, I finally kind of, I don't like to use the words give up, but I did in a sense, because I said, I just can't. I'm feeling so overwhelmed with everything I have going on with work and this party and everything else, that I just said, I just may not be able to do it. I may ruin my streak this week, and I started thinking, okay, what's the worst that can happen? I'll just start over. But then I hated to do that. So Jared messaged me earlier that evening, Friday evening, saying, how's it going? How's your, are you gonna be able to make a check this
Wasn't
week?
it kind of like at 10 o'clock at night early? I mean,
probably, I think so. But like I said, I was busy up until midnight. I think by the time I finished, I think the party was kind of over in a sense, by about 11, and then it was cleanup. So I had to kind of gather all the things that I had taken and take apart things, and I had, some guys helping me, and I was trying to get it all done. So finally, we stayed the night there because we were out of town in Yorktown. At about 12:30, I'm laying in bed and I'm thinking about my USANA business, and I'm thinking, I didn't make a check. I did not make a check. It bothered me so bad that I got up and I said, let me look through my texts. Let me look through everybody I had spoken to prior to during that week. And by the way, I still managed to talk to a few people, even as busy as I was, because I made it a point to do it. But I said, I remembered my friend Gina, my client Gina, my cash client, told me that in the middle of December, she would be ready to place another order for her Essentials. So I said, there it is. I ordered her Cell Essentials, and I made a check.
Awesome.
That was at like 12:45. No, 1:40. What was it? 12:45.
Yeah, 12:45 because the 1 a.m. is the deadline for the check.
Yes.
For the week. So 15
Yes.
minutes before the actual company deadline.
Right.
Love it.
So I did it. And I didn't ruin my streak, and now I've got work to do this week. So
Clayton Hell from Tulsa, Oklahoma says, no excuses. That's impressive. You made that decision.
thank you. Thank you.
Phyllis Walker says, I like your approach. Jared Harris says, I love it, Denise. Facebook Messenger, I get to contact all my friends. I don't have their numbers. Thank you, Denise. You've truly inspired us to keep pushing on.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I do. And if y'all ever need anything, I'm here. Message me. If you don't have, my phone number, message me. I see it, from throughout the day, and I'll respond.
Fantastic, Denise. Thank you so much. Renee just texted, congratulations. I am so proud of you and how much you have grown.
Thanks, Renee.
It's a big deal.
I wouldn't be here without you and Jared and everybody else, Megan and Crystal, and it's been great, and I know every week on my WAP I have what I need from you guys and its availability, and the truth is you guys are always available, and that's just something that I'm thankful for.
Oh, thank you. Renee says, I remember when you told me you couldn't do a webinar. Now you're doing it. You're a rock star.
Thank you.
That's phenomenal. All right. Well, Denise, you ready to share the comp plan strategy? I'm going to draw it out here. You can just be my my wing woman on this. But
Okay.
I want to kind of tell the story of how we set up your business and how all of you can do the same thing to start making these weekly checks. So I'm actually going to stop the screen share and go into my webcam. And I just turned on the video. Tell me if you can see me. Hello, hello. Let me get my little light because I have this light here that will help me get brighter. Okay, how do I look, guys? Can you see me okay? Can you see the board? Is
Yes.
it backwards? Do you see it backwards?
No, it looks good. It's the right way.
It is the right way.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, well, to me it looks backwards, but to you it looks the right way. So we'll just go from there. So to briefly explain this, we're going to actually start with Renee. We're going to start with Renee's business. And so when I first enrolled Renee and Megan, they started building their business, and they started enrolling associates and clients, okay? Now, when you're enrolling clients, you can put your clients on any one of these legs. You can put them on Business Center 2 left, right here. You can put them on Business Center 2 right, 3 left, or 3 right. You put the clients wherever it makes sense, okay? Wherever it makes you a paycheck. So I'm not going to go into the details of the comp plan right now, but if you don't know this stuff, please get with me or get with your mentor so that they can explain these things to you, okay? But here's the strategy when you enroll an associate. So for a while, you're enrolling clients. A lot of times we enroll clients for, a good while, and we put them wherever it makes sense to make us a paycheck. But when you pop that first associate, I'm going to just tell you a story. So when Renee signed up his first associate, it was actually Carlos Gomez. And so he put Carlos on Business Center 2 right here. He actually did it on Business Center 2 right, but 2 left is actually what we teach to do it, is 2 left. Okay, and then when he enrolled Dawn on Business Center 3 right. And Dawn actually dropped out, okay? So Dawn's no longer working with the company. But then his next associate was Claudia and Tony Zacharias, who are still with us in the company, Claudia and Tony Zacharias. He put Claudia and Tony underneath Carlos, okay? Now, why did he do that? Well, because he wants to give Carlos points, and so it makes it easier, because if Carlos is getting like a bunch of points here, like 1,000 points, then all Carlos has to do is go build over here and he can make paychecks. Okay, so Carlos, it's a lot easier for Carlos to make checks because he has one leg that's growing. Okay, now same thing here. When before Dawn dropped out, she brought in Denise. Here's Denise, and Denise is who you learned from today. Now, after that, Renee and Megan were signing up all their preferred customers on the inside legs, and that's what we teach you to do. Is you start to build your clients down this leg and this leg, and you build your customers on the inside legs. Now, Denise was producing points, and Dawn dropped out. Dawn just wasn't able to stay consistent with her business, and not everybody is able to build their business long term, you know. So the next thing Renee did was he put Daniel Espinoza underneath Denise, DE. Okay, and what happened for that is Daniel started to create a lot of clients and a lot of business, and that gave Denise a leg with 5,000 points of carryover. Okay, so now I'm going to erase the screen and we're going to talk about Denise's business. But I just wanted you to see that because your goal here when you're starting out is you want to enroll your clients on the outside legs, and you want to put your associates on the outside legs, and you want to put associates underneath associates underneath associates. Okay, and so here's what happened with Denise. Let me erase this. Can you guys see this okay? Give me a chat if you can see the screen okay. And Renee says, yeah, okay, thanks, Renee. Okay, so now let's talk about Denise's business. All good. Okay, so now let's talk about this. So now we have Denise's business right here. And she has Daniel Espinoza right here. So Daniel went on and continues to grow his business. And he signed up his dad, Jesus Espinoza, and Daniel has clients like all over the place, and he's just been growing. And Renee has done all the work with Daniel. And what did that do? That created 5,000 points right here on Denise's 3 right. And those 5,000 points flowed up and created 5,000 points on Denise's 1 right side. Okay, so now Denise has all these points. Well, you know, in USANA's comp plan, you have to have points on both sides of your business. You don't get paid if you just have 5,000 here and 0 here. So Denise, what she's done is she's signed up a bunch of clients right here. And this is like a bunch, imagine a lot of different client orders here on BC2 left. And she's enrolled a lot of clients here on BC2 right side. Okay, so Denise has enrolled clients here, and so she makes checks, because to get a paycheck, you have to have at least 125 here and 125 here. And remember that the points flow up, so the 125 adds to the 125 here, and so you actually have 250 here. And so when you have 125 on both sides, your check is $25 on BC2. And when those points flow up, you get a second check of $250 against the 5,000. So that's a $50 check on BC1. So in this scenario, Denise would make $75 because she's balancing her own clients on BC2, and it's flowing up and making her a second check on BC1. So Denise makes all her money on BC1 and BC2. Isn't that right, Denise? I think hopefully Denise can unmute herself.
Yes, that's right.
So in other words, Denise really hasn't made much money on BC3 because here she has 0 points. She hasn't placed anybody here. She's only focused on these 2 legs, but she couldn't just do that unless Renee had put Daniel here and helped Daniel become successful. So that's the goal when you're helping your new person make paychecks. The best thing that you can do is sign up an associate underneath your associate so that you can create points that go up and help your associate so that they only have to focus on one side of their business. And that means that Denise has had a lot easier time. Denise, it would have been a lot harder had you not had this 5,000 points, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, seriously, because then Denise would have had to be over here and over there. Now, when Denise gets her next associate, Denise is going to put that associate probably here on BC2 left. So let me erase that. Hold on. Where's my, oh, here it is. So here's, let's say Denise signs up her next associate, which I know you have a couple you're working on, right, Denise? Okay, and then the strategy here is Denise is going to teach that associate what's going on, help that associate grow, but when Denise enrolls another associate, she's going to put it underneath the same associate to help the points go up. And that associate will have an easy time because then they'll only have to build one leg as well. And so what happens is when you do this, you're helping your person make money with less work. And most people are so busy, just like Denise, that it's hard for them to build all the legs. But with USANA's compensation plan, if you share the points, then you make everybody strong. And so that's what happens, and that's how we help our teammates grow. And so I wanted you to see this strategy specifically because this is the way it's done, guys. And it all comes down to you helping your team and building down that leg and being an example, but not just being an example, but putting volume down there. Renee, do you want to add anything before we end this training on this comp plan strategy, how it's impacted you, what it's done for your team?
No, Jared, you pretty much hit the nail on the head, man. It's all about teamwork makes the dream work, and it's not about one person. It's about everybody helping each other out. And you know, I love listening to Denise on the webinar. It really, really makes me happy because I specifically remember when she told me she would never be able to do something like that, which, you know, even I told you that I would never be able to do something like that. But, you know, we can, if we put our minds to something, we can do whatever we want to do. And, you know, the personal development that I've gone through in the past 2 years is phenomenal. And so excited for everything that's going on. And this stuff right here, what you're talking about, us helping each other, that's what's going to make it happen. And we're doing it. We're doing it. We're duplicating it. We're helping people on our team. And that's what it's all about. It's not about one person. It's about all of us.
Phenomenal. Thank you, Renee.
Thank you.
All right. So it's 9 o'clock, guys. Wow. The time flies. So don't go anywhere. Don't leave. Just a second. We're going to show some final announcements. And then we'll end the webinar. I'm going to go right to the screen share. And thank you for watching on the recording. Thank you for attending. And here we go. All right. So guys, here's what's coming up. Challenge you. I'm going to turn off my video here for a second. Challenge you. Mark your calendars in Salt Lake City, January 25th through the 27th, and San Antonio, February 8th through the 10th. These are the two big events. Choose the one you want to go to. Make it a priority. Tickets are $129, and you have until the second week of January to get your ticket. Also, Sweet Retreat, February 1st through the 3rd in Orange County, Costa Mesa. Ladies, make sure you go to Sweet Retreat. It's going to be amazing. U.S. National Celebration dates are to be announced soon. And August International Convention, August 15th through the 18th, $279 for your ticket. This is the most important event of the year. International conventions where you meet the top people in the company, the top doctors, all the $1 million earners. GoPro Recruiting Master, December 4th through the 6th, 2018. There's nothing like it. This is where they only allow people making 6 figures a month to speak on stage. You learn from the very best of the very best in the industry. And Texas, we're having a Christmas party in Floresville this Saturday, December 6th. December 16th. It's going to be hosted by 5-Star Diamonds, Brian and Monica Penrod. The address is right there in Floresville, Texas. Not Florenceville, but Floresville. But thank you, Dad, for making this awesome flyer. And it's a potluck, so please bring finger food, dessert, chips. Bring a $5 or less gift for a regift. And Utah Associates, there's a power hour happening December 12th at 6 o'clock, 6 to 8. Contact Randy Krebs, Gold Director, and show up at international or at home office to make your calls. And then there's a mixer, Jody Siegmiller, this Saturday, December 16th from 6 to 7:30. Awesome job, Jody. I'm proud of you for hosting events. That's phenomenal. Keep it up. Keep up the great work. And Idaho Associates, Washington. Sally Passain is hosting an event Tuesday, December 19th from 6 to 7:30. That's tomorrow at Starbucks. Meet at the room in the back. Way to go, Sally.
No,
super excited.
2 Tuesdays. It's not tomorrow, but the following Tuesday.
Okay, and 2 Tuesdays. Well, thank you for that, Dad. Thank you for the correction. And big shout out to you, Sally. I'm proud of you for hosting an event. And this is the bins I keep in the trunk of my car. I just want to encourage you to always have extra copies of GoPro, have USANA newspapers, have your stuff ready, have your computer, have your copies. Don't rely on your upline for their copies or their computer. You be that leader. And so that concludes our webinar. Thank you for watching. We will open it up for any questions here at the end, but I know we usually end right on time at 9 o'clock. So let's go ahead and unmute the lines and everyone say, have an awesome night and God bless.
Have an awesome night and God bless.
God bless.
Have an awesome night and God bless.
Have an awesome night.
God bless everyone.
God bless everyone.
Is that my voice echoing?